Is your child having a tough time leaving your side? Are they holding on to you really tight at those nursery drop-offs, completely distressed when you try to leave them with friends or family, or upset if you just pop out into another room? In this video, I want to talk about separation anxiety, why it happens, how to spot it, and strategies you can use to help your little one through it. I'm Rena, a pediatric sleep consultant and a mother, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about baby and child sleep and all things related. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date with my latest content. Now, separation anxiety can be really tough for you and for your little one, but please be assured that it's a very natural and normal part of early development. In fact, separation anxiety is actually a positive sign that your little one is strongly attached to you. And secure attachment with their primary caregiver is essential for their development. So, why does that happen? Around the ages of 6 to 8 months, your little one develops something called object permanence, which is where they start to realize that people and objects exist even if they can't see them. And once they realize that you exist, even when you aren't with them, they may start to feel distressed or cry if you move away from them. And this can then trigger separation anxiety. Although it can surface anywhere from 6 months, separation anxiety can really occur at any time during early childhood. A lot of the time, transitional phases such as starting at a daycare or school, having a new sibling in the family, a holiday, even meeting new people might intensify the feelings of separation anxiety. Now, if you're not sure what separation anxiety might look like, let me give you some examples of how it might present with your little one. You might notice increased crying, clinging, or tantrums when you leave your little one's side or just pop them down. They might call out for you as soon as you leave their sight because they're worried you're not going to return. They might be uncomfortable around strangers and worried if they're in new environments also without you close by. In fact, some little ones will actually resist going to family members or friends too, which can be really hard. Night times can be very difficult for little ones going through separation anxiety. This is usually their longest stretch away from you. So they may struggle to settle to sleep without you and may search for you during the middle of the night when they're waking up from those sleep cycles. You might be running low on energy and sleep because your little one will only settle to sleep with you during the night. Or you might be feeling horribly guilty when those nursery drop-offs are not going well. Watching your child become incredibly distressed can be really tough for you, especially when you're trying to manage your emotions and theirs too. But please know that everything you're feeling is completely normal. And whatever your current situation might be, I want you to know that separation anxiety will pass. So if you're in the thick of it, that it's just a moment in time. So let's talk through some strategies now that you can apply if your little one is going through separation anxiety. So to begin with, if you're not already playing peekaboo, this is a wonderful game to help with separation anxiety. When you hide behind your hands and then reappear after a couple of seconds with a big smile, your baby will learn that you're still there even when they can't see you. So you can carry on playing this game at your baby's pace. If they seem a little bit uncertain, you can slow right down. And once your little one responds well to the game, you can play this from further away, and it helps them to get used to the idea that you can be nearby even if they can't see you. Over time, this can help them to understand that you'll always come back after leaving them, and it can build on their trust and their security. I'd then suggest practicing short periods of separation just during the daytime where you could pop out of the room whilst your little one is playing independently and always returning after a couple of seconds. You can then gradually increase the time apart as your child grows confident and comfortable with this. Slowly increasing that time apart is going to help them to build on their confidence and get used to it. Do make a huge deal on return and praise your little one for waiting for you with lots and lots of hugs and kisses. We always want to make that reunion a really positive experience for them. Now, you might be needing to leave your little one with a family member, so I would start with a really short outing first. Let your child know where you're going and when you'll be back, and don't sneak out without saying goodbye. This can actually increase anxiety, so it's better to reassure them that you're coming back and build resilience. Having a lovely goodbye routine can also work wonders. So create a happy and a quick goodbye that you can do with your little one. This might look like a little cuddle that you can do, or it could be a special high five, or some special words that you say to your little one every time you're leaving them. The same would also apply to bedtimes and nap times too. Following on from your usual bedtime or nap time routine, just wish your little one good night and then leave that room. It's also really useful to have a predictable routine in place for nap times and meal times, and even having a lovely bedtime routine. Knowing exactly what to expect every day provides a sense of security so that it can help with the separation. Now, if you can, it's really helpful to maintain consistent boundaries and stick to your usual settling method at bedtime. Night times can be particularly tough for little ones, so what you might want to do is place some photographs of the family members in your child's bedroom, somewhere that's close to their sleep space and within easy view. It's a really sweet way for your child to feel connected to you. Also, remember that little ones will match and reflect our energy. So, during phases of separation anxiety, when emotions are high all around, in instances where you might be needing to drop your little one to childcare or trying to settle your little one to sleep and you're met with tears and upset and resistance, try and take a moment to pause and calm. I know it's easier said than done, but children honestly will take their cues from us. So if you can stay calm, you can really help your little one to co regulate. Another helpful way to alleviate the separation anxiety is to build in some one to one quality time with your little one every single day. During peak separation anxiety, one to one connection time can truly help children. Now, I know life is really busy, so even if you can squeeze in 5 to 10 minutes at a time that suits you, is perfect. And you can tailor this one to one time dependent on your child and their preferences. So, this might look like doing some Lego or colouring together, or sitting on the sofa and maybe having a chat together. The main thing is that you're spending that time together. Introducing a snuggly or a comfort object like a soft toy or a blanket, for example, to your child can also be really, really helpful. It can help to provide comfort to your little one, especially in times where you can't physically be present with them. And for younger children, you might want to sleep with their snuggly before you hand it over so that it smells of you. And it's also worth making that snuggly a part of your little one's daily routine. And if allowed, your little one can take their snuggly into their childcare setting with them to provide a little bit extra comfort during those periods of separation. Now, if your little one is struggling to say goodbye to you at nursery or school drop offs, or if you're trying to leave them with a family member and met with a lot of resistance, you could try the hug button method. All you'd need to do is draw a heart on your little one's wrist or hand, and then one on yours too, and then charge up that hug button by holding hands. Remind your little one to press their hug button anytime they want to send you a hug, and let them know that you will send one right back. It's a really sweet and effective way of helping your little one feel loved and connected during those periods of separation. Now, separation anxiety is really common and developmentally normal and can actually resurface at various times in your child's early years. Do remember that some children are more sensitive to separation anxiety and may experience it more intensely than others, and that's okay. So try to take things one day at a time and always remember that the rest will come and so will those easier days. Just hang in there and remember that you're giving your child everything they need right now. The love and security is what matters the most. Has your child been affected by separation anxiety? And what's helped to support them through it? Please leave any comments and questions below as I'd love to know. I'd be really grateful if you could like and subscribe to this video if you found it helpful.